I'm Emily Nyman, and I'm the livestock coordinator at Conner Prairie, and I am the president of the Arapaho Goat Association. There are less than 600 internationally, which means that they are critically endangered, and we need to work on preserving these genetics. The Arapaho Goat Breeders Association is working with the breeders in New Zealand, bringing in new genetics so we can work on minimizing inbreeding and growing the U.S. population. There are so many more heritage breeds outside of the ones that you can see here. We are just a small part of the conservation that's going on around the country to conserve these rare breeds.
I have been raising American guinea hogs since 2014. The American guinea hogs are probably the oldest real American hog. The breed was believed to have come into being in the mid-1800s before the Civil War, and they were a homestead animal. They were kept in the yards. They were kept around the farms. The American guinea hog temperament is probably one of the biggest factors in how they are different from other hogs. They're just kind of friendly and easygoing. They're very docile. They are great mothers. They forage really well. They will graze if they have the grasslands to do it, and you don't have to keep them penned up all the time. Well, the American Guinea Hog Association formed for the very reason of preserving this rare breed. It is so important to preserve these genetics in this animal because of the value it brings to homesteading families. It is amazing meat. It is so different from commercial hogs and from what you get in the grocery store. These animals can do so well on their own. You also want animals that are hardy and are genetically hardy and can resist disease that commercial style hogs succumb to easily.
They have long ears, they have a squishy face, some of them have a little bit longer nose. You actually see 3 to 4 different body types. We've even had kids say, is that an elephant or a baby elephant? The Meishan was actually imported into the US in the late 80s. From there, they were actually split into 3 research facilities. So that's why the Meishan is not really something that was out in the US that's a recovery effort like some other things. We started with a very small gene pool of 12 hogs, and we've since built that up to over 700 registered hogs. The documentation of the genetic history of a hog is really, really important. Just because you were willing to travel 12 hours and go get another boar or another sow was no guarantee that that wasn't a brother or sister breeding. And then one of the other things that the association is doing is we're gene banking the genetic material from the last 7 of the foundation herd. And that's a pretty interesting thing, something kind of new to the pig world. But we actually send in tissue samples and hair samples to a company that is storing that for us so that if we ever feel like we're in danger of one of these lines or that we need to reintroduce something, we can actually have a genetic clone produced from that original foundation animal.
If you're looking for pure production, maybe we're not your goat, but for this homesteader or the small farmer, San Clemente's are a great goat because they're a multi-purpose. We have high quality dairy, meat, and fiber, which you don't find in a lot of goats. We currently have 3 lines of San Clemente's that we have breeding plans for, and the future looks really bright. And this year we started a huge project that we call the Complete Capra Tip to Tail, where every month we're highlighting a different use of San Clemente's. They're just beautiful goats. The males are very popular because they have these long sweeping horns that can grow to be about 4 feet from tip to tip. Look for local farmers that are selling products from heritage breeds. We're out there. The Livestock Conservancy has a great directory to help you find things locally. Being involved with your local heritage breeds is a great way not only to support genetic diversity within livestock in the farming community, but it's also a great way to support your local economy. Heritage breeds represent not just a history, but they represent really vital animals for better combating environmental change and dealing with a variety of issues.